Hi there. I'm just making a few things today for the Super Bowl, and we're just going to have some snacks, and we're going to be watching that. I hope you come along for the ride. So I'm going to be making some meatball subs today for the Super Bowl. That's just going to be one of the items I'm going to cook. And so I'm just going to use frozen meatballs, and I'm going to make a really quick little sauce just to let it simmer. I'm going to be using garlic, basil, oregano, salt, pepper, just a can of tomato sauce, a little sugar, a little oil. I will just let that simmer for a few hours, and we're going to have some meatball subs a little later on, along with other appetizers. I'm going to add 2 cans of that. I don't measure, I just shake, and I'm just a shaker, so probably about a teaspoon. And I'll give some shakes of pepper. Probably about 10 shakes. And probably some garlic, probably about 10 shakes of garlic. And some basil. Probably about a tablespoon of basil. I'm also going to put oregano in it. And about a tablespoon of oregano. And I'm going to put some sugar and probably about a tablespoon of sugar. I'm just going to put that on. I'm going to let it come to a boil, and then I'm just going to leave the cover on and turn it down to low and let that just simmer. I could put it in a crock pot, but honestly, I don't really like to use crock pots. I like to just cook on the stove. So I've got pepperoni that I took out of the freezer, and I've got some cheese. I'm just going to slice up the cheese and lay some of the pepperoni out, and we'll have a little platter of that. This knife, it's a long serrated knife, and it's one that I use for bread too. I just really like to, it slices really good through the cheese. I shop at Sam's most of the time, and I buy everything in bulk, so that's why these are such big, blocks of cheese. Full of this pepperoni, and I'm just going to spread this out. One thing that I have to make for this, even for the Super Bowl, is I'm making a piece of broccoli. My husband has broccoli every single day, so that will go in a pot. So we also have these large raw shrimp. We always have these in the freezer. He has these every single day, usually with a piece of fish. Sometimes he alternates actually with the fish or the shrimp, or sometimes he has both. But anyways, I'm going to make this with bacon wrapped shrimp. So I have these egg roll wrappers, and I just want to use them up. So today I'm just going to make some. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make some. They're like a knockoff Big Mac egg roll wrap. And I'm going to fry these. So I'm just going to do a really basic meat. I'm going to take some hamburger, and I'm just going to fry that up. I'm going to take some pickles. I need about a half a cup of pickles. I'm going to dice those really small. Just little tiny pieces. I just want little tiny pieces of pickle in each bite. I don't want a lot, but probably about a half a cup. I'm really just I'm not even putting onion in it, because I don't think my client will like the onion in it, and I don't think her friend will either. And probably my husband won't really eat this either. So I'm just going to pass on the onion. I certainly would eat it. I like onion with everything, but to make them happy, I think I'm going to pass on the onion for today. I'm going to make bacon wrapped shrimp, so I'm just going to cut this right in half. Take a piece of bacon, and I'm going to take 2 shrimps, and I'm going to wrap that. And I'm going to turn it over, just like that. And I'm just going to make a whole tray of these. whole bag of mixed vegetables because I don't know. I think that's too many to have for Big Mac ones. I think I would rather have the vegetable ones for me and probably the Big Mac ones for, the other people. I'm just going to take some of this mixture and put it right in here because that's going to be for the Big Mac ones, and then I'll make one for the vegetable one. Okay, this one will be the vegetable one. I'm going to throw some vegetables, and all this is just the Great Value mixed vegetables with carrots, green beans, corn, and peas. I'm going to use about a half of a bag. This bag is 32 ounces, so I'm going to use about 16 ounces of, I'm just going to throw those right in there. I'm going to put some water in here, and I'm just going to let this cook. I'm going to keep the grease in here for now. I've actually dumped quite a bit of it into this one too, and I'm going to keep it a little bit in here. I'm going to add some water. I'm going to strain this before I do anything, so I just want to get this cooked down a little bit. So for these cheeseburger egg rolls, I'm just going to add that burger. I found you can find this on Pinterest. There's all different ways to do it. I'm just doing real basic and real plain. So I'm just going to add some salt, like 10 shakes of pepper. I just drained the juice from the pickles. I didn't want it that juicy. So I'm going to add, because I took half of the burger out, I'm only going to add about half of the pickle mixture. So about a quarter of a cup. Now I'm halving this from when I originally started. And everything on there for all of these cheeseburger egg rolls, there were so many different versions, but they were all very similar. It said about 2 cups of shredded cheese. So I've got I'm going to add about a cup of that now. I'm not measuring, I'm just, eyeing it here. Okay? Maybe a little bit more than that. We'll choose the rest of it. Alright, so a little bit of, about a cup of cheese. And now I'm just going to mix this up. I'm going to break that hamburger up a little smaller, just so it spreads out a little bit better, not so lumpy. So I'm just going to take an egg, and I'm going to make a little egg, add a little egg wash. I'm just going to take an egg, and I'm going to scramble it up. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to wipe a little bit of this egg wash around the edge. I'm just going to eyeball this like I do everything. I'm going to pack it down a little bit. All right. I think that looks good. I'm going to take this. I got a few rolls here, a few wraps. Ooh. Pull that up. Pull this up. I'm going to pull the sides up. And I'm just going to roll it. That's what they're telling me to do. That's the way I do it. I do make these sometimes. Not these cheeseburger ones, but the ones with the vegetables that are going to be up next. I'm going to lay this on top of some parchment paper so it's going to be easy. Look how pretty that is. That came out really good. Won't really matter how much you put as long as they're the same size. Bring that edge up. Roll it just a smidge to unconnect it, to disconnect it from the bottom piece. Bring that one over. Bring this one over and just roll it. Beautiful. Okay. See how they're like pretty much the same size. I'm just going to use this Crisco. I have quite a lot of it, so I don't cook this way a lot. So I don't fry much food. I think that will be plenty. I'm not going to measure this. I'm just going to eyeball it. So I'm going to say a half a cup of relish. So I've got a half a cup of relish and about a quarter of a cup of ketchup. Oh, a couple of tablespoons of mustard. And then about a half a cup of mayonnaise. A couple of teaspoons of paprika. Going to make some french fries too. I think I'm just going to throw those in the air fryer though. I'm just going to drop these in there and I'm not going to let them touch. And I'm going to cook them like 6 minutes on each side. Just want to give them a little space. Put one more in there. And I've got my heat here turned down to low. And I'm going to just get a towel ready for them to set on when they come out. Just the meatballs, and those are all ready. Everything is just about ready. I got the fries in the fry-later. The meatballs are done. I'm going to get the cheese and the buns out. We're just going to put those on hot dog buns. I've got those I've taken out of the freezer to defrost. I'll put those on the table. These ones out now, and I'm going to put them right on top of this towel. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you next time. Please like, subscribe, ring the bell so you're always notified of new content that's coming out. I'll see you next time. Remember to keep it simple. Have a great day, everybody. Happy Super Bowl.